guide you.
Need remains a focus of ASPR's efforts. As of October 1st, the Strategic National Stockpile, or SNS, shipped more than 250 million items to aid the national response over the course of the pandemic, including deploying more than 3,000 ventilators to 17 jurisdictions since I last testified. And we continue our work to replenish the SNS to levels at or above pre-COVID-19 amounts. Thanks in large part to the supplemental funding Congress has provided, the SNS has spent approximately $11.9 billion to replenish the inventory, including purchasing from domestic manufacturers whenever possible. While replenishing the SNS is essential, we continue to address the root cause of why public health supply chains were so strained in the first place. We are investing critical funding in expanding domestic manufacturing, including investments of $250 million in PPE manufacturing, $268 million in manufacturing of testing consumables, $14.8 million in vaccine raw material manufacturing, 100 capacity, $65 million in vaccine vial manufacturing, $186 million in manufacturing capacity for at-home and point-of-care tests, and $53.8 million in testing raw materials, with additional funds going out the door every day. I firmly believe that running all this from DC without the view from the states and regions is unwise, and I've made it a priority in my first few months to get out to our regional offices, to meet with those teams and local leaders, and understand the unique challenges they face. So far, I've been to 4 out of 10 regions with plans to get out to all of them in the coming months. I've met with an NDMS team in New Orleans as it was decompressing a pediatric ICU unit this summer, and I have also hosted 3 tribal analyze and adjust our response efforts based on what I'm seeing and hearing in the field, and welcome any feedback you are hearing from your constituents and seeing when you are home. Thank you again for inviting me to testify before you on efforts within ASPR to support the COVID-19 response. I look forward to answering your questions, working with the team at ASPR and our colleagues across HHS to end the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of our witnesses. We will now begin a round of 5-minute questions of our witnesses. I, as always, ask my colleagues, please keep track of your clock and stay within those 5 minutes. The FDA's emergency use authorization of the Pfizer vaccine for children 5 to 11 years old is really a big step in the pandemic response. It will make 28 million children eligible to receive a vaccine. And given the spread of variants, getting kids vaccinated is really critical to protecting them while also protecting our educators and our parents and other caregivers. Dr. Woodcock, I wanted to ask you, can you describe
the manufacturing of a new dosage form because the children need a lower dose? That was very carefully reviewed, as well as the stability of the new dose to make sure that it was appropriate. Then all the data on the children were reviewed at the patient level. In other words, we went to the raw data and re-reviewed that and made sure that the evidence that was presented to us accurately reflected both the data on effectiveness, on efficacy, on the immune response, and on safety. And we looked at all the adverse events to make sure that they were properly reported and that we understood the magnitude of those events. So in this trial of where thousands of children received the vaccine, ages 5 to 11.
Who let that happen?
Saw mostly very mild to moderate flu-like symptoms, primarily after vaccine, or a sore arm, which people can expect after getting a shot. But we did not see any serious adverse events, and the vaccine was over 90% protective. So we feel very confident, along with all the evidence and data that we have
here you
on
go,
this
boys and
vaccine all the
girls.
data and
Time to wake up here. So
that this vaccine is
what
safe
I'm
and
doing
appropriate
is
for children. It will protect them from severe COVID.
severe COVID.
Dr. Walensky, this morning
99%
released an emergency temporary standard to protect workers against COVID-19.
People.
This is a critical step to reducing workplace transmission and making workplaces safer nationwide, especially for our frontline workers who are at high risk of COVID-19. Can you just speak to us from a public health perspective about the urgent need to get more Americans vaccinated and the importance of implementing measures to protect people from infection in higher risk settings like our workplaces.
Yeah, thank you so much. We've had 745,000 deaths from this disease, and we're continuing to have about 75,000 cases every
I'm not so sure about those numbers, everybody.
single day. We know
Even if you had those numbers, look at the new numbers they just released on the vaccine. In 1 year, they got almost 7% of that in
the
1
most
year
disruptive
already with
thing
the
in a workforce
vaccine.
is to have a COVID outbreak and to have workers in that workforce come down
Oh,
with COVID
boy.
infection, severe
Open it up
disease,
good.
and in some
They're
cases,
opening up
death.
good.
Vaccination, as we have seen, decreases your risk of infection by 6-fold, decreases your risk of hospitalization and death by 10-fold, even during this Delta surge. So there is absolutely a public health priority to get people vaccinated and to continue the important prevention and mitigation strategies, including masking, to keep them safe. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a question for the whole panel, and I don't have much time
Damn.
left, but I would use my chair prerogative to ask all of you because it's an issue we are all concerned about. Senator Burr mentioned it, and that is the issue of testing. We know diagnostic testing is critical. But we've continued to experience critical challenges with testing, shortage of rapid tests, not enough locations to get tested, supply chain issues, and more. So I'd like to ask all of you quickly to respond. What is your agency doing to make sure our country is well-equipped to handle current and future
Senator Murray,
testing needs? And
out
I'll
of
begin with
there.
Dr. Walensky.
Yes, thank you so much. So we are working with states and jurisdictions to make sure we can provide technical assistance on
All
how
right,
best
Senator
to
Murray,
utilize these
out of
tests.
there.
This is important
Write
in the
it
school
down.
districts as well. $10 billion in school districts to utilize testing. We provide technical assistance as to how to utilize it and peer-to-peer, school-to-school advice on how best to utilize the testing program, as well as the hiring of school nurses in order to use the testing program.
Thank you. Dr.
My
Woodcock.
goodness, how did she spit all that out?
have streamlined recently
Oh, look at him taking
our
pictures of
standards and
Fauci!
approach for
Dr.
over-the-counter
Fauci in the
tests.
house!
So we, as I said in my testimony, so that we
Look,
hope they
you
should get
think it's
out more
something that her
quickly.
name is
We
Dr.
prioritize
Woodcock?
testing where there's a public
Hello,
health need, which
that's
right
a
now
man,
is
people.
the over-the-counter tests. And we also try to move very quickly those manufacturers that can make large
Calling
supply
Dr.
of tests
Woodcock.
because there is still an unmet need there. And
Video.
so we think between that, we have authorized 11
I should be able to record
over-the-counter
this
tests and expect more
part
to come.
right here.
Between that and
Take it back
what
to Dr.
ASPR is doing,
Woodcock.
that the supply should
Fucking
increase
own
rapidly.
video.
Ms. O'Connell.
Thank you, Chair Murray. We've invested $3 billion in
Oh,
the
he's just
last
chair.
2 months on increasing production and supply of rapid point-of-care and at-home tests. $1 billion of that focused exclusively on at-home tests. So we continue to try to get those out. We also, through HRSA, started a pilot program which would provide free at-home tests through their federally qualified health centers. So for those families that aren't able to afford the tests in the pharmacies, this would allow free access.
No, of
Dr.
course it
Fauci?
would.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. The NIH is prioritizing the development of affordable at-home tests through a program called the Independent Test Assessment Program, or ITAP, which we will provide reliable, independent laboratory and clinical tests to the FDA for the manufacturers so that they can scale up quickly.
Who's he in front
And if
of?
the tests meet the
Am I
FDA's
wasting my
performance and
fucking
quality
time here
standards,
showing this
the
shit on
FDA
YouTube?
hopefully will then give an emergency
Senate
use authorization.
committee.
So we're providing
Blah,
data
no
for
wonder
the
it's got a
companies to
fucking
be able
1,000
to
downvotes and
expedite
everybody
the
left.
availability of tests
That's the
that are
dumbest
rapid,
shit I
efficient,
ever fucking
and
saw in my life. Who sit there and watch that crying ass, clown ass shit? I'm telling you. I mean,
So there's two different parts of the rule. One of them is the defendant has to have been aware of the decedent's violent acts or turbulent behavior. In the other one, it's circumstantial evidence of the victim's violent behavior at the time of the incident.
Yeah.
That's what I admitted it on. Now, one of these, this was on CNN, Jeffrey Toobin and another attorney there, and the comment was made that the ruling was incomprehensible. And I think they obviously are not familiar with this rule. That's our law. That's the law in the Jackson case. It's the law in the case of the United States against Craig A. Smith,
Yeah.
which is 230 Federal 2nd 300, Seventh Circuit case.
Yeah. Dude was attacking him. I mean, if you don't know, he had he was attacking him. It don't matter. All that shit. You can say what you want about everything. My man fucking went in there and he's out. He ain't dead laying in the street. And that's a win. He go through his trials in life. Kyle Rittenhouse. The shit motherfucking blasting motherfuckers, dude. Walking out there, shit to the police. Take me in, baby. Oh, are we sure we're going to arrest you? Yeah, arrest him. Oh, yeah, arrest him. Nah, save that motherfucker's life from the fucking crowd. I went straight to the police. Yeah, Tim Pool, baby. I should have put him in the comments. No, YouTube. All right, is this now? Can everybody see? This motherfucker's commenting. Sign in the chat. Let's see what happens. All right, so he wants me to open it up in another chat room. So, all right, just hopefully anybody wants to watch there. That's pretty cool because, like, Tim Pool, man, fence, sitting. No, he's good, man. He goes into the news deep. Look, he's pissed. I like the first 10 seconds of Tim, and then I got to turn it off because then it'll start pissing me off. Let's hear it, baby. Let's hear the headline. My favorite part of the whole show.
The only way the left is able to keep winning is by lying. And it's very obvious when you look at what happened in Virginia with critical race theory, Loudoun County schools, and the results of the election. People don't like the idea that their children are being taught things like, you're evil based on your race, and things as simple as that. They're not going to kids and saying, let me teach you the history of colonization and indigenous conflicts and things like that. They don't do that. They just say whiteness is bad. These kids end up going home telling their parents, and the parents say, this is nuts. You see, a good parent wants their kid to understand as much about the world as possible. And that means something like, hey, Christopher Columbus didn't discover America. He didn't. He landed in the Bahamas. And furthermore, there were already people here. Hey, that's like simple logic, right? And then you can talk about the history and the disputes. Christopher Columbus was, by some historians, considered to be a brutal dictator, an evil man, and some argue that's not necessarily true. Well, in fact, I've had people argue me, not true at all.
What about Australia?
Their kid to hear it all. But that's not what critical race praxis is. What they're doing is they're saying they're completely out of touch with reality. And it's freaking things out.
What about
we are now getting the backlash from the cult. You see, as I mentioned, in order to win, they have to lie. So what they're saying now is white parents don't want their kids to learn the truth. But we're not talking about truth. We're not talking about history. No one's bringing up Native
What about the Aboriginals?
Christopher Columbus. That's not what's being taught. What's being taught are books that
what
show
about the Aborigines
with a white arm, a white person's arm, and a devil tail.
No,
that you will do
we want the ones of Australia. Because look, right here they are.
I forgot what it's
1950.
called, on IRL showing
this is the ones from Australia.
Screaming, "Mom, you're lying to me. White people are evil." I'm paraphrasing. She didn't really say white people are evil, but she's like, "I know the truth." And there's a contract that says whiteness contract.
Look at them.
Yeah, teaching
their whole culture was wiped out totally in like 50 years.
The parents said enough. Interestingly,
there's grandkids with them, but I mean,
backlash from the cult.
These are like one of the last of the Neanderthals,
And James Lindsay, two of the most
those are actual Neanderthals.
Of course, I mentioned Asra Nomani, who has
bred
these books, collected them.
They're bred into human.
These critical race theorists. They argue things that make
they're bred into humans.
Unfair to say insane.
I mean, this shit's starting to get deep.
Knowing that they're lying and manipulating to disrupt and destroy. What they're effectively trying to do is rewind the clock on civil rights.
Look, they came over there, humans started fucking them.
There's a photo I posted on Twitter, actually. I should have pulled it up. where it's a bunch of activists who argued they think desegregation, the sign they hold up says this,
Oh,
is
man, they
racist.
just want left
They
alone.
these activists want segregation. And the funny thing is, when I've been telling my friends this, because I have a lot of lefty friends, they're like, that's not true. No, that's not true. Now they're marching around with signs
Beautiful.
saying it.
Beautiful people.
Take a look at this story from the Daily Beast. You damn Karens are killing America. Opinion. Oops, they did it again.
Look,
and
here
then
it
you can
is.
see what appears to be, it's these people are nuts. It is a blonde haircut. I don't know what haircuts are called.
Look, this
And
is stupid shit. This is all shit they want to distract you from. You have to go back to the roots.
The old men of the me white people
You have to go back to Jesus. You have to go back to the original people.
who are leaders and are treated with great respect.
And we got
When they become too old to fend for themselves, they take young
we got
men.
infiltrated. God's people got
The young
infiltrated.
son of the Wangri clan has died, and the old men are discussing plans for his funeral corroboree.
It's all about history.
Takes place at two ceremonies, one at death and the second a good time later, when food gathering brings the clan that way again. The old men are also discussing the second ceremony of an adult who died. The burial ceremony takes place at no special time and is used as an excuse for celebration.
History.
The men of the tribe make up their bodies with pipe clay for the death corroboree. The mourning colour among the Aborigines is white.
You know, they just wrap themselves in some mud. You know, look at this motherfucking cameraman with all his clothes on. You know, we just be doing this shit every day. We're like going out here and
With kindness.
all right. So look, my shit lost on this one this week, maybe. Oh, I don't even want to show everybody on Twitter. Oh, look, Biden's doing better than I thought. He's up here. It was like 43 earlier. Yes, same as it always was. Everybody's thinking nothing's coming out. Come on, something come out. Woo! I ought to tag all my friends on Twitter. Hey, Twitter friends. Yeah, balance of power. You know, this is all, well, it was all kind of free money, so I bet on shit to lose and Trump to win. And look, nothing's happening. In real life, you can't bet on this site as what's really actually happening. All I hear about low polls, low polls, low polls. What the fuck's this shit? Why does everybody think all these people's gonna start voting? Who's gonna vote? Who's gonna vote yes in the House? It better not be us. Who in West Virginia is gonna vote for this shit? Please, somebody in West Virginia don't vote for this shit. Is the House gonna vote for no? I mean, you gotta call up your local county. Look, I'll just send a text message to people. I'll make a video. I mean, is West Virginia in this House vote? Recollection. Everybody thinks it's going to fail, man. It's like it's slowly becoming a thing that's going to pass. Wonder what West Virginia's doing. Call the motherfuckers up. House. Who's in the West Virginia House? Who represents the West Virginia House? Call that motherfucker up and tell him. Or her. Or it. She. Roger Henshaw. Call the motherfucker up. Amy Summers, Majority Leader. Call her ass up. I gotta write all this shit down. I need to write all it down while I got it all written down. All right, here we go. This is what I do using a laptop for. This is what we got it on live for. This is so when we find some breaking news, we put it on blast live 24 hours a day. Oh, we done found out who's in control of calling somebody and telling somebody something we need to stay the fuck away from. Hey, quit. Is West Virginia in on this? Yes, quit. Then, take this YouTube video and slice it up, man. Because, I don't know how to do all that shit. I'm trying. See shit? Take the video, record the video, and then what? Just put the video out there, but then why don't you just do it live, That way, if anybody's interested in seeing if you ain't just fucking dicking off and showing everybody the shit. So, all right, here we go. Open up the internet. Thank you. Have a nice day, sir. Okay. Now, I want to search for Amy Summers. No, I tell you what, I want to do even better. I want to look up who represents West Virginia. Who represents West Virginia House? Who's representing West Virginia House, baby? Woo! I need somebody that can speak good. I need somebody that can represent me, that speaks well. That's what I need. All right, so the same shit didn't show up on the phone. Let's see. Here it is. Bam. So we need. All right. Assistant Majority Leader. Call him up. Kayla Kessinger. I'll be like, hey, do you guys have anything to do with oh, there it is. All right. To pass the reconciliation. Hey, are you guys about to vote yes to pass the reconciliation bill? Are y'all getting in yes with the reconciliation? All right, I think I can do this. Hey, are y'all down with the does somebody else want to do this better that can represent? Cause I don't like making fools of ourselves for something so important, but at the same time, if none of motherfucker else is motherfucker, then this motherfucker. Oh look, I already got her number saved. Kayla, hey. Ah. Hey, my name is Matt Pierce, and I was just going to see if you guys would want to vote no on the reconciliation bill, because I just think it's a bad idea to put anything West Virginia related with whatever Biden's trying to do with all of the money that it's dealing with. I mean, we're going to have to step off and vote no on this one. Thank you so much. Matt Pierce. You call him, leave him a message. All right, who's next? So, what you do here is, since you got a computer, this is for everybody with a computer. The House of Delegates here. Here we go. You could probably do this on your phone if you was badass. Look at this shit. All right, so we got. Well, I just had that one girl's phone number on there. All right, here's the minority leader, Doug Scaff. He's Democrat. You know he's trying to get in with that bill. I'll be like, hey, man, do you think you guys would really vote majority whip? All right, Paul. It's fucking on, brother. Call his ass up. 340-3310. I like it. Create new. This guy's name is Paul Espiona. Paul S. B. S. Pi. Ona. Espinosa. He is a majority whip. Majority whip. Wow. And then I'm going to put legislator. Wow. Leg is legislation or legislation. All right. Call him up. Paul, tell me we're not going to vote yes for this. Espiona. Hey, Paul, this is Matt Pierce, Lincoln County, West Virginia. And I was just hoping that we was trying to stay off board of the conciliation bill, the reconciliation bill, because just don't think it's a good idea for West Virginia to be getting on board with anything the Biden administration's doing right now. Seems like it's a bad move. Everything he touches, it seems like it's falling apart right now. So if I have anything to say about any kind of representation for anybody, I'm trying to call my county, but it don't seem like I'm getting through. Just call you, say, some people might not really want to go through with this, don't matter how much money we're getting. And I think we need to focus on head, because you seen the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I mean, I'm just starting to bring up old stuff, but this Kyle Rittenhouse FBI drones flying everywhere. My name is Matt Pierce, 304-756-8285. Just a little excited not to pass the. I mean, we can't get on board with anything that he wants to do. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I hope you got that on tape, bitches. I'm gonna do that live to somebody on fucking tape. Where's this motherfucker at? Look, I'm gonna do it live on tape. All right, let's look up another one. Hold on. See, I don't know if it shows me. We'll turn this off. I'll turn it on when we call him. All right, turn that shit off. We recording? Hello, testes, testes. 1, 2, 3. Hello? All right, is this thing on? Testes. So we got the shit going on here, boys. Hit back. Oh, look at all these people. All right, the Temper Pro Poor. I ain't even saving his number. Let's just go straight to the call. Straight to the call! We ain't care how much money we fucking get. No, we don't want it. We don't want the dirty printed money. Tell them. We don't want the printed money. 3191. I'm going to tell them all this shit. Gary, you have to look at this. They gave me the number to his staff. Yeah. I remember what it is too. 304-340-3192. Oh shit, my froze phone up. Fuck. I'm telling you they don't want you to do it. I'm telling you my fucking phone froze up. There it goes. It turned off. I'm telling you guys, shit, I'm telling you guys. Nah. They don't want me calling them. They're like, nah, dude, you're on fire right now. I was about to pull some shit up. Phone app isn't responding. We ain't fucking around. Got that shit live. I want to wait. What do you think about that? Back up. Call the same number I just called, except for one number different. 304 3192. Whoops. 304 340 3192. No! It said send message. We just want to call. All right, here goes. Hey, Jared? Jared, this is Matt Pierce. I live in Lincoln County, and I was just hoping that Gary wasn't going to get on board with the reconciliation bill. Yeah, district. I wonder, because I was just really just calling somebody. I was like, I don't really know who the House of Representatives that's going down there to vote on this, like for West Virginia. And I was just like, kind of like calling people around. Do you know who is the guy? Like, I was just whoever our representative. You know who our representative are that's going down there to vote on that? Yeah, said they was going down there to vote on if we should go in with the Biden reconciliation bill. Like West Virginia, is it a sin? Yeah, yeah. Carol Miller. Oh man. Oh man. So what do we got to do? What's she do? Is she she's my representative? Third. Sure. Yes, sir. Thanks. Yep. Okay. All right. Carol Miller. All right. We're going to try her out, buddy. Thank you so much. All right. No longer works there. That shit is gay, man. I'm about to fucking turn it off. When I hear shit like that, it no longer works here and shit. Like, man, we're just trying to make some fucking calls and get some shit out that we don't want. And then, what all's in the reconciliation bill? This is a state thing or what? Federal? Man, that guy didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. What the fuck? I didn't know what I was talking about. He just wanted to get off the phone. Man, who's signing this reconstitutional bill? Who votes on House floor for West Virginia, mama? The House of Delegates? Who's our House of Delegate? Oh, we gotta call her ass up. Carol Miller. Congresswoman Carol Miller. All right, I got her number. I got her DC office if we need it. I already got her number. If anybody needs it, it's 304 522 2201. Yep, that's who we're about to call. But first, let's do a little bit of research before we go. So, we're over here betting on this fucking thing. Don't know nothing about it. November 19th. We better not get in this shit. I'm gonna tell them. What y'all doing? The fuck y'all doing getting in this dumbass shit? With the fucking Biden administration. Let's see what all it's got in it. House about to pass by November 19th. Oh, question mark. Manchin urges House to pass infrastructure bill. House to pass infrastructure bill, but does not endorse the framework. Uh-oh. House. Lincoln County House. Let's make sure that's who it is. I think it is. Lincoln County, West Virginia. I'm calling her. No, I don't want to send her a message. All right. Hey, my name is Matt Pierce, and I live in Lincoln County. And I was just looking at all this reconciliation bills and Governor Manchin and all this. And I just was going to say my opinion if I could to somebody like Matt or Matthew Pierce, Pierce. Like Matthew and then Pierce, like Paul. Pierce. Sometimes my P, like I guess my list is like 40, 50, Cole, Coal, River Road, Cole, River Road, Allen Creek, 25003. I want to say that we should vote no and we should stand strong and we should not go with the bill and then tell them we should have nothing to do with the Biden administration and what they're trying to do with our country, and we're going to step away from like we don't want any new printed money. Y'all can keep all that to yourself. I think Lincoln County can handle what we got already, and then come back and prepare. Come back and prepare for people. Come back and prepare Lincoln County. I mean, we got to prepare to be separated from China. What I'm thinking, like, it's not going to be go to the hospital down the street, like go all these emergency cares. I mean, they're going to. I mean, that's how they did us. They took us from the hospital. They started breaking it down, just sending you to specialists here and there. I'm telling you, it's all. If you think about it, only thing I'm saying is vote no for the bill and tell Senator Manchin he's doing a great job in realizing what's happening. Tell Senator Capito she needs to step up and do the right thing. Take a little, tell him. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh, 'Cause, yeah, I appreciate you taking time to write everything down or record or anything. So, like, I mean, I just like make you. I don't know how to make YouTube videos, but I'm trying because you just feel like, uh, so I see it coming and I'm ready just to voice my opinion on stepping away from any kind of printed out money they might come up with. Like, even if you guys do pass it, ooh, step aside. Thank you for taking the time. You too. See you again. Man, she was nice. Thank you for calling. See, that's what makes you feel happy.